Last season, I climbed this iconic V12 opened by the legend Chris Sharma. It's striking, imposing, and really committing. But hidden just behind this classic 7-meter highball is an often overlooked boulder problem that's just as high, equally as difficult, and has an arguably sketchier landing. In this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes for some unfiltered projecting here in Targasonne as I test my crimp strength, technique, and mental headspace while trying to get myself on top of this beast of a climb. Let's get started. Today's October 16th, the day before my 35th birthday. It's turning out to be a beautiful fall here in Targasonne. The leaves are changing colors and the temperatures are finally starting to drop. The boulder that we've got behind me is called In the Shade of the Shadows. It was opened a couple of seasons ago by local crusher Anthony and given a 7C+ from the stand start. The sit start is a proposed 8A/8A+, and I believe it is still an open project. I tried this boulder a couple of times at the very tail end of the last climbing season and got really stoked as soon as I was able to figure out that I was able to do all of the moves for the sit start. The only moves that I hadn't done successfully before the start of the summer were the last move going up to the lip and the top out. They're extremely committing, and I really needed a bunch of extra pads and spotters to feel comfortable doing those. Over the last few weeks, I have been back and all the moves have gone successfully at this point, so I do feel fairly confident that I can give a solid solo working session today, but it's all going to depend how I feel right now as I try this spicy top out. I'm way too spooked to do this with my current pad setup. I'm going to go pull around one of the red ski mats that's laying around on the other side. Take two. A little extra foam goes a long way. I'm really glad I got that done. Interestingly, a lot of the difficulty of this boulder problem comes because it was opened as an eliminate. The right hand arete is off, which makes the second to last move going out towards the lip extremely reachy and committing. I don't think it's the most physically difficult move of the boulder, but it's definitely going to be my red point crux, and I think the most committing in terms of my headspace. Oh man, that hurts today. I can't tell you how stoked I am right now that I was able to do both the top out and that really reachy move super quickly today. I feel a lot more confident than I did a few weeks ago. Oh, this thing is so sharp, and the humidity right now is absolutely not helping. But that's going to be the crux for me. This is my left hand starting hold from the stand start, and a right hand slightly in crimp that I'm using kind of to create compression in my shoulders. This is the little ledge that I'm trying to get my right foot up onto. This is the right hand that I'm trying to work off. It is absolutely gnarly. Basically a quarter pad 6 to 8 millimeter crimp, and the problem that I have is I am super stretched out when I grab it, so I'm not able to wrap my thumb over my index finger until I get my right foot up. The other problem that I have when I'm trying to work my right foot up is the bulge in the rock, which makes it absolutely impossible to see the key left foot hold. I need to get my left foot onto this tiny little crystal. That is the first time that I have connected those two moves. I placed my left foot absolutely perfect. I was able to get my right foot up, and the crossover felt really good. Woo, it's turning out to be a good session today. For the sit start, I have this really cool left hand shark tooth and a decent little ledge for a left foot. Right hand sloper, a sneaky, kind of awkward right heel hook under the roof, a kind of terrible left hand pinch, that becomes not too bad when you get in compression with the right heel hook. Right hand 3-finger crimp that feels like you're gonna bust all your pulleys as soon as you start working out left onto the head wall. And then back up into your stand start. My skin is so fried right now. Let's give it a rest and see if we can give it another try or two before we call it a day. I just can't believe I just almost did the boulder. Holy moly. Well, I think we'll give it one more go today. I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna happen, but you never know until you roll the dice. I'm fried. I'm so beyond stoked with how today's session turned out. I was not expecting at all to get up to the lip, and I think that all that I was missing was just a little bit of confidence to the last hard move of getting my foot up. But on a positive note, I was able to work my right foot up, working through that lower crux 3 different times today, and I think that this boulder is just a question of time now. We'll see you guys really soon. I thought it'd be really cool to share with you guys a boulder that I had never climbed on here before in Targasonne, so I picked out this 6C. The moves are really neat, especially the mantle, but man, is it dabby. The last time you saw me, I think I was completely underestimating just how good I was feeling both physically and mentally throughout the session. Once I put the camera away, I ended up hiking down the hill to try a boulder that was opened up for the men's finals of Targa Masters outdoor bouldering competition this year. I didn't participate in the event, so I didn't get my chance to try it during the day of the competition, but it was absolutely completely awesome. It starts under this cool roof and has kind of a weird tricky start, a physical coordination move, and then a spicy mental top out finish. I think this boulder is somewhere in the difficulty range of a 7C or a 7C plus, and I was really stoked to get it on my very first try of the session, and it felt pretty flowy. In general, my fingers have been feeling pretty good so far this fall. I spent a lot of time this summer working on dead hangs on small micro crimps, which is really important here in Targasonne. The day before I was filming on my project, I actually climbed a different 7C boulder, and I was pretty proud of this one because it was my complete anti-style. This boulder is a 2-mover on a 40 or 45 degree overhang coming off of these heinous little micro crimps. I was able to put it together basically warming up, doing the moves, and sending on the first or second try from the ground in about 15 minutes. Then last week, Lucy and I went on a climbing trip to Varasi, Italy. The bouldering in Varasi was absolutely amazing, and over the 9 days that we spent there, we were able to climb a ton of different boulders, and overall, on a very physical style that I'm not used to here in Targasonne, I felt pretty solid. So let's get warmed up and see if the good vibes carry in through today's session. That top out does not get any less spooky. But on a positive note, that right-hand sloper feels so much drier than it did last time. Last time it was feeling kind of like manky. I think that's part of the reason that I got all the way up to that move and then popped off. Ooh, that felt good. That is just crazy to think how much confidence I've gained on that move the last couple sessions. That felt just insanely desperate, super reachy, but today, first try, pretty chill. Super good. Considering how good these moves are feeling so far today, I think the best plan of action is to take a rest and give it a few goes from the ground. I was so nervous that try, and I got all the crimps with like 3 fingers, not 4. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. That is crazy. The absolute icing on the cake was getting to the top of that boulder and seeing the beautiful fall sunset we have here right now and the last kind of like glimmers of sun going across the Pyrenees mountains across the valley. Just absolutely priceless. I guess I shouldn't be super surprised that everything came together today, fell in place and clicked, and I was able to get the send, especially considering how well I felt during my warm-ups and all the moves went down on their first try. But I have a huge talent for turning my bouldering projects into these Romeo and Juliet style novels where everything is all happy and lovely at the beginning. I do all the moves really quickly and I think that I'm going to get a send, but then reality sets in, I start doing a lot of head games, and then comes the drama, the blood, and this long drawn out battle. So I'm really happy I was able to finish this one up without too much of a sufferfest. This boulder problem also might be a first ascent here in Targasonne, so I'll have to keep you posted about that one. If you're enjoying these projecting videos, definitely leave me a comment down below, and until next time, happy climbing.